He's a real demanding director. He's out of control. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. You wasn't laughing. It was a joke. It was a joke.
3, 2, 1, action.
以黑豹系列在好莱坞声名大噪的导演 Ryan Coogler 酝酿多年，以自己成长的背景以及对外公叔叔的思念做蓝图，自编自导原创新作 Sinners 罪人。但你可别以为是什么温馨 drama， 讲的竟然是吸血鬼的故事。但这个一天之内发生的故事绝对颠覆你想象。尽管是第一次尝试惊悚恐怖类型，导演以自己爱看恐怖片的粉丝角度出发，加上奥斯卡金奖得主的音乐班底，整部片音乐震撼，张力十足，有血有肉有感情，好看到不行。
First time in Mississippi, I was there with him and with his dad, who was his guitar teacher. Just being there, on cotton plantations and seeing this Swedish man in his 70s, move to tears. The musicians that he idolized, from thousands of miles away. That music changed his life, changed the trajectory of it. It was mind-boggling for me. You know what I mean? It kind of like made it all the more important to put the lens on these characters at this time.
卡斯更是一时之选，集结一手很红。这次已经是第5度合作的麦可 b.乔丹，一人分饰2角演双胞胎兄弟。Haley Stanfield 更献出吸血，不是反派处女秀，大家都被导演激出新的火花，演技大喷发。
We gonna kill every last one of you.
And Ryan always know how to breathe confidence into people. So what was the best advice or note or pep talk he ever gave you?
Oh my goodness. I think just having his trust to take on this role of Mary and play this part in this world that he's created is just means the world to me, that he trusted me to do that. There were so many words of wisdom and pieces of advice that he gave me throughout, but I think the overall feeling of that confidence within me came from him just even giving me this opportunity in the first place.
How kind and how supportive and collaborative he is. You really, as an actor, really flourish and do your best work. I can only speak for myself, but I assume it's the same when you work with a director that great and you really trust him. And when he is so open, it allows you to do your best work.
I'd second that.
Yeah.
His collaborative nature, very open, very kind, and very, very open to hearing from his actors at all times. Taking extra care that the actors are comfortable so that we can do our best work. I would always treasure that.
And I'll add one that I treasure to it, because there was one day specifically where Ryan's mother came, his wife was on set, and his children were on set when we were getting started. And to see him in his personal community and that support that he had, and then they left, and then he was the general of our greater community, it was something that I saw that endeared me to him as a man. And to see like, hey man, this dude, I want to run through the wall for this man, because this man he's a man, and he is someone who has great care for his family, and he is extending that family to us. That circle has been extended.
Well put.
Ryan has this ability to instill confidence without really having to say too much, for me at least. It doesn't even necessarily have to be the words he says, it's just the way he carries himself and the way he talks to you, right? You feel like he believes in you even when you really don't believe in yourself. And even if he could be unsure, but he's not gonna let you know he's unsure. I feel like I gave him a couple moments where he was looking at me like, did I mean to hire her?
No, stop like that. That never happened.
Choice. No, but him and the whole lot of producers, Zinzi and Seven, Rebecca, they made it feel like we could all do this, right? It was a big task being asked of everyone. And so every day we stepped up with some level of courage. Yeah,
he inspires confidence for sure.
Yeah.
It felt like he was just on his team. He was captain.
Yeah.
You were just on his team, and you wanted to pull it out of the bag for him.
Yeah.
you know, dig deep. Yeah, and I just wanted him to love me.
Yeah. This is so true.
Man, Ryan is like a football coach, man. Like every day on set was a learning experience. And honestly, he just told me to really, like, just to be myself, you know, bring myself to the character. And he gave me a lot of control to be able to add different things and incorporate different things into my character. So he motivated me to try different things and not to stay comfortable. Mike, get your ass on set and say these lines. And I'd be like, all right, cool, I got you. It's like, he's a real demanding director. It's out of control. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. You wasn't laughing. It was a joke. No, he's awesome, man. We got such a shorthand now. We don't even really, you know, we do most of the preparation before we step the set. So by the time we get there, it's really just figuring out, you know, what part of the room we walking into, and the rest kind of takes care of itself, honestly.
That ain't your brother.
而这部片也是继《No》后第二部以 IMAX 设置的恐怖惊悚片，70厘米底片拍摄，呈现1.90:1或是1.43:1上下满框画面，让影迷情感更能沉浸其中。也有 IMAX 超宽萤幕2.76:1，壮阔视野，尽收眼底。导演为此也直接请意最爱用 IMAX 拍摄的导演诺兰指点。所以这部不去 IMAX 大萤幕欣赏就可惜了。而能把这一切完美呈现，除了导演的功力了得，边觉得最厉害的就是摄影师，可是女生超强的这位 Autumn 大大，她也写下第一位用 IMAX 拍摄女摄影师的记录，真的是好样的。
Oh yeah, it has to be. You know, like these characters are larger than life, but also if a big sell of this movie is, you know, we're going to show, you know, a generation of Americans that are often overlooked, that people feel uncomfortable talking about, people don't want to spend time with, but these people from this era are giants. You know what I mean? Like they towering figures to help us get to where we are now. So I was like, oh, it has to be shot in the most epic format. That's such a cinematic statement. Nobody's really made a movie with a cast like this, you know, in a location like this with this format. It's just made for something extremely massive in scale, but also extremely bespoke and unique.
How shooting on IMAX affect your performance?
I loved it. The sound of the IMAX camera really helped me click into the character, if anything, because it felt nostalgic. It felt like it helped me really immerse myself into the world of the 1930s with a camera that made noise, and in my imagination, that's probably how they sounded back then.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, because you know, during the silent film era, everything was so loud and nobody really cared. Yeah.
How about that? Right.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great.
The biggest difference was that the cameras are quite loud. So it was just sort of like getting used to that, knowing that that's what what was happening, and once it sort of became a part of the background noise, you just it became second nature, and it was just you stopped thinking about it. But I will say it was so incredible to watch our camera department and learn about IMAX through the experience of making this film. And now, having seen it myself in IMAX, I can recommend seeing it no other way. It is the most incredible experience seeing it on the big screen like that. I feel like seeing it in IMAX, just you are fully immersed into this world that Ryan has created, and it's pretty spectacular.
Found it was an opportunity for me to you know, write a love letter to cinema, you know, to all of the things that I love about going to the movies and watching movies with an audience, that drove me to want to become a filmmaker, drove me to want to learn how to create these things, and I'm incorporating all of the lessons that I've learned, you know, over the last 4 films that I've written and directed. The most important movie I've ever made, and it's straight from me to audiences.